Do you want to get a little information from Larry the lawyer on Deshaun Watson? We were speculating earlier about this attorney being an ambulance chaser.
Sure, yeah.
Larry has called the program this morning. Hello, Larry the lawyer.
Good morning.
What up? Larry, are you in Vegas?
Just trying to recover from Vegas time.
How was Vegas? Was it wide open, or what's the situation out there?
It was wide open.
Wide open?
I actually felt a little bit bad for you when I saw that you got Miami shut down, and I was in the only other city that was open.
I didn't really.
Well done, Hillman. Well done.
That was not my fault. That's the Spring Breakers, not yours truly.
I don't know. I think I saw a guy that looked just like you in one of those videos, but I didn't call him. I didn't call a rat on you, buddy.
So we were talking earlier, Curtis brought this up about these women who are accusing Deshaun Watson of inappropriate behavior during a massage. And there's been speculation. Ken is kind of leading the charge on speculating that this attorney is an ambulance chaser. He's currently, what does he have, 2,000 cases currently
2,000.
pending or something like that, which seems like a lot. As an ambulance chaser yourself, Larry, would you?
I wish I was an ambulance chaser. I'd be a lot richer.
Are there attorneys who go after things like this as a money grab?
Well, let me say this. There are lawyers that will certainly help people that have been injured, whether it be accidents or other types of injuries. Yeah. And, of course, if they're successful, their clients are successful. So there is definitely compensation that goes into this. But, look, there's a lot of good that lawyers do, too. A lot of people don't understand that they have rights when they're injured, and a lot of people don't understand that talking to an insurance company can oftentimes hurt you. So there's a lot of reason to have people out there that do this kind of work. Now, having said that, your question really is Busby an ambulance chaser is what I think you guys are getting at. Yes. And, I will say this, a couple things. If you look at his history and his track record, he's had some massive jury verdicts. He's got a tremendous track record of success. I know that he had a $100 million verdict against BP. I know that he got something about $50 million for a spider bite, by the way.
Really?
I hope it was a big spider, right?
Wait, you're kidding me. $50 million for a spider bite?
Yeah, imagine that.
Wow.
Who needs superpowers?
That's more than the McDonald's hot coffee lady got.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's had a lot of high-profile cases, Greg. He represented Perry when he was the governor. He ran for, as you know, the mayor of Houston and came up short, but it was a pretty competitive race. So is he an ambulance chaser? I don't know. I mean, he's certainly a personal injury lawyer that has a track record of getting massive judgments. And if you're injured, why wouldn't you go to a guy like that? Yeah. The flip side is, I think people are looking at it from the standpoint of, hey, this guy doesn't want to be there in Houston to play quarterback, and this is a weak target that he's going after. But there's I think what's the number now? Seven yes. people that have come forward.
Yes.
I don't know if it's real or if it isn't real, but that's the reason that you have a trial, right? To figure out what actually happened.
Yeah. I think it's in the, I think some people are wondering whether or not he went out and gathered, all these plaintiffs. Mm-hmm. And I think you have to, I assume the way it works is one comes to you first, right? That's generally the way that's the way.
Yeah, in Mass, you can't chase clients like that. You can't solicit clients as a lawyer. You can do your advertising, but you can't actually go and solicit. So people say ambulance chaser. Typically, it's not the lawyers that are in the ambulance room. It's somebody else that's referring to the lawyers, because that's not, at least in Mass, it's against the rules of professional conduct. So you can't do that here. But you get one, as you know, and, looking at almost all of these cases, whether it be the Cuomo case or whether it be the Watson case, where there's one, there's usually two or three, or in this case, seven, and, maybe more. Now, are some of those people opportunistic? I don't know, but certainly could be. Some of those people, have some of those people been injured by this man? I don't know, but certainly a possibility. So, I think you got to wait this one out. But I don't think that the fact that Busby is the lawyer, means that he necessarily went out and fabricated and created this case.
Larry, if a lawyer gets some people that come to them and say, hey, listen, I feel like I had a situation happen like this in the Deshaun Watson case. Can the lawyer recommend, all right, let's pursue criminal charges first, and then we can come back to civil? Or is it like them just pursuing civil right away?
It really depends on how you want to handle this, So with a criminal case, the standard is beyond a reasonable doubt, Wiggy. Mm-hmm. So if you look at his percentages, let's call that 95%. I believe with a 95% probability that somebody did what they're accusing him of doing. The civil standard, however, is basically it's 50.1% of preponderance of the evidence. So the standard in a civil case is much lower than a criminal case. So, it might have been that when they looked at it, and, with the time that's gone by, and, I'm pretty sure you're going to find that none of these women went to the emergency room. None of these women had a rape kit, at least that I can tell. Mm-hmm. The police weren't contacted, when these things happened in the beginning. So these are things that are going to, go against the case for them. Doesn't mean that these things didn't happen, though. So I think when you're analyzing as an attorney where to bring your case, these are all the things you look at.
Right. So he may choose to go the civil route because, essentially that's what happened with OJ, right? OJ was he was not criminally liable, but he was civilly found liable.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. And they're just going at it a different way. And the other thing is just understand this. When you're filing a criminal case, it's the district attorney or the attorney general in the state that prosecutes that. So it wouldn't be Busby. So the only case that he could have prosecuted would be the civil case. He could have referred the case to the district attorney or the attorney general's office, but he would have lost control of the case at that point in time.
Yeah.
It's the criminal case, that is.
All right, Larry. Interesting information. Thank you.
My pleasure. I hope everybody has a wonderful week.
Safe flight back from Vegas, where it's wide.